Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in the last video I uploaded, I said that I was going to be better about uploading videos for you guys, and I am sitting down finally to film, and it is Wednesday the 12th of February. So I basically ended up getting sick for like 2 weeks, and then last week I had my 19th birthday, so I ended up going home and being with a whole bunch of family and stuff like that. And then I tried to film a video last week or like earlier this week, and like just wasn't good, wasn't pleased with it. So here I am, and I hope to get back into like the whole schedule of filming and everything like that. Also, if we can take a minute here, my eczema has been flaring up so bad within the past like 3 weeks. So if you see like red blotches and like rashes, I guess, I have it like all like under my chin and stuff like that. It's the worst, it's terrible. I normally have it like under here too, so like we love the winter and the winter does not love me. So like it's fine, we're living. But if anyone has any tips for that, comment them down below because I'm so over this. So anyways, today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I take notes, and these are very like minimalistic and basic, I guess. So if you're someone who wants to get better at taking notes, then just keep on watching. Okay, so back in my Christmas haul, I mentioned that I got a notebook for Christmas, and this one's called the Rocketbook Fusion. There are other notebooks like in the Rocketbook line, I guess. This one's the Fusion. I think this one's might be the biggest, not really sure. I'll have everything linked below, but essentially what this is a reusable notebook. So it comes with like different layouts. So this one is a weekly schedule. They also have a calendar, which mine is empty, but it shouldn't be. There's also this one, which I really like. It has objectives, key results, action plan, and reflection. So I think that's really cool. And then getting into the actual notebook, they have dotted lines, and then they have all these markers at the bottom, as well as just basic lines like you would find on like notebook paper. So basically how this works is it comes with its own little pen, and it's anything from the friction line. There are like markers and highlighters and all that type of stuff. I typically just use this black pen just because I don't like my notes like too complex, I guess. I like to keep it very basic in like one color. So we use these pens, and then it has an eraser up at the top, and then it also comes with like, oh, it's right here. It also comes with a microfiber cloth, so you basically just wet the page and erase whatever like you've written in it. So there's only, I think there's 30 pages in this one. So you use these to take your notes, and then in the front cover of your book, it has all these little keys. So I write down all of my classes and everything, so that way when you take notes at the bottom of the page, you just color in whatever class or like where you want it to go to, and it sends it right to your drive, right to your email, right to a specific person. It's wonderful. It helps me stay super organized. So inside my drive, I have like a freshman year folder, and then I have like a fall 2019, a spring 2020, and inside those I have like my religion class, my psych class, my health class, all of those. So it sends it right into that folder. It's right there, everything's super laid out. I have like the chapter title. It's wonderful. I love it so much. It helps me stay super organized. So I'll get into more of how I take my notes, but this is basically how the Rocketbook is used. These are notes that I had to take the other day for sleeping for my health class. So here are my notes. So at the bottom, I shaded in the circle of my health folder in my drive. So I haven't scanned these yet. You basically take the Rocketbook app on your phone, it scans the page, it sends it, it lets you put in a title, and then I'll come back here, wet this cloth, or literally just pour water right on the page. It comes off super easily, and then you can reuse that page once it's dried. This also comes really handy because I don't feel like I have to carry around 5 different notebooks and everything's right here. I have learned though that I need to start carrying around notebook paper because I had to take a quiz the other day, and he was like, pull out a sheet of notebook paper. I said, I didn't have any. So that's like the only like drawback with this, I guess, is you have to carry around like extra paper. But I feel like carrying around 5 notebooks versus a Rocketbook and some loose leaf paper, I think it's pretty even trade. So that is basically everything about the Rocketbook. Like I said, I'll have everything linked down below, so if you're interested, you can go check it out. I think this one's around $35, so I don't think that's too bad compared to this being one notebook that'll send it to your drive, keep you organized, and like is reusable. Okay, now into like how I actually take my notes. So for a lot of my professors, they just use PowerPoint, and then most of them, not all of them, but most of them will upload them after class. So I basically try and write down, well, let's talk about health because these are the notes that I have right here. So my health professor goes through them very, very quickly, and she probably has about 60 to 70 slides per PowerPoint, which like isn't too bad, not as bad as some of my other classes. She goes through them super, super quickly. So I basically try and jot down as much as I can, and then she does not let you have like your computer, your phones, or anything like that. So I can't really access the slides while she's going through them how I would for like my psych class. So I basically try and get as much written down as I can, and if I can't, I just stop. I don't write any more notes down, and then I go back after class, finish taking out my notes, because I'd rather have very detailed notes than like stuff that I basically saw for like 2 seconds on a screen. So that's personally how I like to take notes. So the layout in my Rocketbook, I basically put the title at the top of like what the chapter's called, and then I normally have like chapter 4 or whatever chapter is going to be up here. But like I said, I haven't really finished these notes because I haven't scanned them in yet. So if you think of the PowerPoint of how it would be laid out, it would have the title of the slide, and then it would have like its main point and then just little bullet points underneath of that. I like the idea of bullet points for my notes because I feel like it's very easy to find things rather than like a full like paragraph of text. So I basically just copy everything from the slides, and like I said, I just use this black pen. I don't use like any highlighters really or different color pens to like make the title different or stuff like that. So I put the title at the top, and then I hope you guys can see this. I also feel like I write really small, but it's fine. Oh, I'll show you guys this. Kind of off topic right now, but it's fine. So for my psych class, we can have a little like 3x5 index card as like a quote unquote cheat sheet. We had 6 chapters that I had to review and write down notes for, and this is my little note card. I don't know if you can see that because of the back. That is the front and that is the back. I wrote super, super small, and everyone's like, so just thought I'd share that. If you think this writing small, it gets worse. Okay, so the title's at the top, and then let's say we're moving on to the first slide. The title would be, why do you need sleep? And then underneath of that, I would like indent it a little bit just so like this is one block, this is one block, this is one block, stuff like that. So this one says sleep serves 2 biological purposes, and then I did 1 and 2 as opposed to bullet points just because I feel like that made more sense because it was talking about 2 different things. And then that would be it for the first slide. And the second slide would be sleep maintains your physical health. These are the reasons why it maintains your physical health. And again, I like to use arrows just because I like the look of it better than like a bullet point. And then going on to the third slide, it would be what goes on when you sleep. And then it's circadian rhythm. And then I would define that. And then underneath, I would indent again and then talk about the circadian rhythm, and then it would go into non-REM sleep, and then the definition, and then the things that would fall under that category. So I think the key is to really block out your notes and keep them very organized, because when you go back and study, I think I have 3 pages of these notes, and this was a shorter chapter, so normally it'd be about 5 or 6 pages of notes. You really want everything to be very clear and organized so you're able to find things. So these are my other 2 pages of notes. So as you can see, I keep pretty much the same layout of everything. And once you start writing notes, you're really going to get into a habit of how you like to write your notes. This is personally the style that works best for me. I used to be the type of person that took notes in like 40 different colors, and I have probably 40 different pens in my book bag. This is what I keep in my book bag. Kind of ridiculous, but I can only use probably about 10 things of these in my Rocketbook because they won't erase. But as I keep flipping, these are my religion notes, so it really just stays the same for every single class, just like based on like the PowerPoints and stuff like that. This one's for my SCOM class. So again, title, main point, reasons, main point, reasons, main point, reasons, and it just pretty much keeps going on and on. So here's another religion one. That is basically how I take notes, and I'm gonna insert little clips of me like uploading them to my Rocketbook in like a screen recording so you can see how this works if you're interested in this type of notebook. you some insight of how I like to take my notes and stay super organized. And again, you're gonna find your own way of how you like to take your notes, and it may be with 50 different colors, and maybe with like a purple pen instead of a black pen. It's whatever you like, whatever's gonna help you focus, whatever's gonna help you study and retain that information. But I think if you don't have a Rocketbook and you don't have a way to like scan it into your drive, I do recommend using your phone. I know with iPhones, you can go into your notes and you can hit scan a document or scan, I think it's scan a document. So you'll go in, scan your paper, scan your notes, whatever, and it'll basically be clearer than a picture. If you do a picture, you're gonna get like your background in it, whatever. But scan it and then you can upload it from there into your drive. That way you can keep everything there as well if you don't want it just in your notebook, because if you go to class one day, you forget your notebook, you don't have your notes, it's all gonna be right there in your drive, and everyone has their phone, everyone has their computer. So it's just a lot easier to access, I think, than just having it just in your notebook. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about the Rocketbook and the method I use to take my notes. Everything's gonna be linked down below, the notebook, the pens, and whatever else I mentioned. Comment down below how you guys like to take your notes and what your favorite pens or like writing tools are, I guess, because some people like pencils. I'm not a pencil girl. I always have to borrow one from my roommate when I have a test because of the Scantron. I don't have any pencils. I probably own about 2. So this one is a Friction Clicker 07, and these ones are erasable. You can also use these on regular notebook paper. I forgot to say that, but you can also use these in your Rocketbook and regular notebook paper as well. If I'm not using my Rocketbook, I really like these Pentel RSVP fine line pens. I don't know why. I always like cap pens better too. I feel like the weight on like the end makes me write better. Maybe I'm insane, but I really like these ones. And then these ones are also my favorite pens. I don't know how to say these. These are in actually Japanese, so there's actually no English on here, so I couldn't say this if I tried, but that is the label, if you guys can see that, and I will link them down below because I ordered them off of Amazon, so I'll just put that in the link below. So those are my favorite like writing tools, utensils, whatever you want to call them. So make sure to comment yours down below as well. Make sure to like this video before you go and hit the subscribe button as well, and make sure to hit the little notification bell to get notified every time I upload. I hope you guys are having an amazing week, and I think that is going to be everything. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.